What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Stroke 2 Garage. We're going to do part 2 today of the Triple S fork swap. We're going to tear apart the front end on the YZ, get it all prepped, ready for new triple clamps. Like I said, I'm going to try and order those as soon as possible. I ordered some stuff for the forks, like I said from the last videos, missing some stuff, so I want to get all that situated first. I'll get some triple clamps and we'll get this thing going again. This is my dad's bike right here. It's a 07 YZ250F. This is just going to sit here and look pretty much right now. I'm doing fork seals on it while I have the other stuff out, so it's just going to sit here and look pretty. But yeah, we'll go ahead and tear this down and get this thing going. And like I said, I won't make a super long video today, so let's get into it. Alright guys, first things first, we're going to take off our front wheel. So we got 4 10mm bolts, 2 on each knuckle of the forks. And then we got our axle bolt, and that's a 7/8 for the nut. And we'll go ahead and pull that out and get our wheel off. So let's go ahead and start with that. Just loosen these guys up a little. Okay. Break our bolt loose. Or our nut, I should say. Okay. Take this guy all the way off. If you guys are curious at all about what wheels I'm running the Warp 9 wheels. I got these a while ago, bought them as a set from Gary Carlson of Carlson Motorsports of Medford, Oregon. So if you guys are ever in the Southern Oregon area or on Medford area, Carlson Motorsports, that's the place to go, and Gary will get you set up with everything you need. I go to him pretty much for anything I need. And if it's something I can't get from him or it's going to take a while, I'll usually use Rocky Mountain ATV, but most of my stuff I try to buy local, and Gary's always been good to me since I was a kid. So Carlson Motorsports, Medford, Oregon, if you guys are in the area, check them out. Alright, let's get this bolt out. I'm going to use a mallet for the first part of this. Okay, and then I want to find something soft if possible. I can't remember what I usually use, so I don't mark it up. Let me think here. I guess I can use a socket, probably. That'll work. That'll be fine, I guess. Just enough where I can get it out. It's getting close. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that. I might. No, not quite. So we're almost there. Bear with me. Go a little bit more. There we go. Now we're out. Okay. Let me get my socket out of here. Just do light taps, don't hammer on it because you don't want to mess up your threads or your bolts on that. So just be gentle and just go easy. It'll break free eventually. Alright, so we're going to drop our wheel out, move that aside, and isn't this thing just trick? I don't know if you guys can see that all in the shot, but I like these Warp 9 better than the Excel wheels, and I used to be a super big fan of Excel wheels, but Gary really talked me into these Warp 9s, and I do not regret them at all. I've had them for quite a while now, and I've ridden in some pretty rough terrain, and there is absolutely no scratch marks, nothing on these. These wheels hold up absolutely great, and they look trick. Set our wheel aside, collect our spacers, put everything together so we don't lose it. I'll go ahead and just shove this through. Keep that there. We're not going to be reusing this axle bolt because the distance, width-wise, I believe, and diameter does not fit on the new Triple S forks. So I will have to run the 07 YZ450 F or 250F. I don't think it really matters as long as it's like the same year, of course. But I'll have to run that axle bolt for that. It'll bolt up to my wheel, but I'll have to use the spacers too. So there's that. So let's move on to the next part. All right, guys. Once you get your wheel out of the way, I'm gonna take my front fender off. I only have 2 bolts holding it on right now, like I said in my first build video, and I believe in my second build. These triple clamps somehow got messed up. I don't know how. And I got some stripped threads. They've already been re-chased and stuff before, and they're just messed up. So that's another reason why it's a good thing we're getting new triple clamps, so it'll take care of that problem too. So let's go ahead and take our 2 out of 4 8mm bolts out of our fenders. Drop that guy down. So there's one. This way. There's 2. Trying to be careful with this thing. I don't want to mark it up. It's a brand new fender. It'll get marked up when I ride, but it'd be kind of stupid to mark it up by working on it. So I'll go ahead and set this aside someplace safe. Alright, next we're going to take off our front number plate, and that's pretty much just 1 bolt up here, and then that pops off, and we'll set that in a good spot too. Let me loosen the strap really quick up here. Get this out of the way. Okay, that's free. So just 1 8mm bolt on the top here. Okay. And then we can pull our number plate off. Get this guy out of the way. Set this someplace safe. I'm gonna go ahead and put this number plate bolt back up in here so I don't lose it. And I'll do the same thing with the front fender bolts, just so I can keep track of them. I won't lose them. So this one right here is a good hole, and then this back one was good, but the other 2 just, I don't know what the deal was with those. But I've noticed some other damage throughout on these triple clamps, and I don't know how it happened or what, but we're gonna get rid of them anyways, so not too concerned. Alright guys, next we're going to take off our front brake caliper. So we got 2 12mm bolts, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. And then we got 2 Allen key bolts holding the brake line on right here to the bottom part of the knuckle. And that's going to be a 5mm Allen. So we got 2 Allen bolts right there. So let's start with taking our 2 12mm bolts off. Break them loose. Like so. There's one. Set it aside. I'm gonna get this one almost all the way out, but I'm gonna leave it dangling just for a sec because I want to take these bolts out real quick. So we'll go ahead and loosen this guy up. Like so. We'll go ahead and take these bolts, I guess, all the way out. Make things easier. Okay. That's dangling. Set those bolts aside. We'll loosen our bottom bolt all the way. Pull that out. Okay. Undo the brake line from the fork guard like so. And then we'll go ahead and set this just aside for now. I'll set it right here so it's not dangling all over the place. Stay tucked away nicely right there while we take our forks off. Okay, next step. All right, guys, next we're gonna take some of our controls off. I'm gonna go ahead and take this master cylinder off for the front brake. Take that whole assembly out as one. Move it, set it aside somewhere safe. We're gonna take our bar pad off and move our bars out of the way because I have a feeling when I loosen these triple clamp bolts up, the forks are just gonna be kind of stubborn. So I wanna help persuade them to come out with a rubber mallet. So we'll go ahead and take our bar pad off and we will take our bars off and our front brake master cylinder and get that stuff out of the way. I'll go ahead and loosen up the bolts like so. There's one. There's two. Perfect. I'm gonna try and not tip this thing upside down so I don't get air in the line and have to bleed it again because it's a bitch to re-bleed these. It might be easy for you, but it's super annoying and inconvenient. I don't want to have to do something if I don't have to do it. We might not even be using this. I'm not sure if we're gonna use a brake setup off of a 450 for those forks. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But for now, I'm just going to set this aside someplace safe. Making sure I'm not tipping it upside down, of course. Set that there like so. Alright, now our bars. Let's get our bars taken off. We'll go ahead and loosen our mounts. I believe they're a 6mm, which they are. So we'll go ahead and loosen these guys up and get these out of the way. Slowly but surely. I'll go ahead and grab hold of the bars so they don't go flying. Okay. So there's one clamp completely off. Set that Allen key over there. Okay, I'll go ahead and fold this down because nothing on here can really get damaged. It's cables, but they're not kinked or anything, so I'm not too concerned. There we go, got that off. It's really stuck on there. Okay. Let's tuck it back this way actually. I like that better. It's at least out of the way. So those are just gonna dangle there for a minute till I figure out what I want to do with them. I could probably zip tie them, but we'll just keep them out of the way for now. That works for me. It should stay there, hopefully. If I quit messing with them, of course. Alright. Alright guys, I went ahead and just zip tied the bars kind of out of the way so it wasn't stressing the cables out. So now we got 4 of our 10mm bolts on each side of the triple clamps. 8 total, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top per side. So we'll go ahead and loosen those up and start getting those ready. I'm going to do one side at a time. just so I don't got 2 forks loose and 1 dropping, because if I decide I'm gonna ever use these again or something, I obviously want to keep them in good condition. I don't know why I would go back to them if the Triple S forks are supposed to be better, but you never know. Either way, I want to keep my stuff nice. It's always a good idea to have a backup. So we'll loosen these pretty much, not all the way, but to where they're not really pinching down on anything, which they're not right now. Get that out of the way. Okay, I'll grab my trusty old mallet. We'll go ahead and start getting our fork out. Like so. There's 1 fork out. So we'll go ahead and set this in a safe spot as well. Just lay it down nice. Okay. So there's 1 fork. We'll go ahead and get our other fork loose and off. So set my mallet right there so I have it. And we'll go ahead and loosen the bolts on this side now. Okay, got our bolts loose. Knocking our fork down. Just lightly tapping. Don't hammer super hard on it. If you're using a hammer of any sort, use a mallet. Like I said, you don't want to use a regular hammer, metal contact. So set this guy aside someplace safe. All right. Now I have a 1-wheeled dirt bike. Alright, let's get to the next step. Let's go ahead and move these bars in a better spot now and get these triple clamps off. Alright guys, we're going to make life a little easier. I cut the zip ties off the bars and just put 1 clamp back on to hold it. I'm going to go ahead and take the throttle tube assembly off, this grip, the kill switch, and the clutch lever, just so the stuff's easier. I don't got bars dangling because I'm not going to use these bars anyways. I'm going to put my Renthal bars back on like I was saying, so these controls got to come off anyways. So we'll go ahead and take stuff off. We got 2 8mm bolts right here. This should just slide off, should. Hopefully I don't have to take the cable off, I don't remember. Hoping I don't. Oh, I guess I'm gonna cheat here. You guys probably already know what I'm gonna do now. Slowly but surely. Alright. Pretty much off. Just gonna do this. Haha. Make life 10 times easier. Alright, I'm gonna put this back in temporarily again. tighten that other bolt. All right. Next, we got two 8mm bolts up here. Just like that. Pop that guy off. Pop this sleeve off if I can get my finger in there. And there it goes, flying away. Put these screws back in. I'm still unsure if I'm going to put my ASV levers back on. I probably will. I put all these brand new Pro Taper levers and chrome levers back on when I thought I was going to sell this bike. But it was only going to be because I was moving, but I ended up selling that 87 CR250 instead that I built. So I probably will put my ASV levers back on, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. We will just do one thing at a time. So I don't lose these bolts, screw these bolts back in a little bit. Put this rubber piece back on so it's not all creased up. Like so. And we will just set that down like that. Okay. Now we just have the grip, which I got ODI lock-ons, which is nice. Just loosen up the screw a little bit. Comes right off. Comes with dirt. Probably get some new grips too. I love these grips. I've had these grips for a while though. I really like them, the ODI lock-ons. They're quick to change, they last a long time, but these are starting to get tore up right here, so I'll probably just get some new grips too. Okay, and then we just need a small little Phillips head, which I got right here. Take this kill switch lever off. Kill switch button, I don't know why I said lever. Okay. Move our reusable zip tie out of the way. Set that aside. Okay. And I'm going to cheat with this one as well. I'm going to take the bars back off so I don't have to loosen the bracket on the kill switch all the way. So let's take our bars all the way back off. This bike looks so naked right now. Alright. And then bibbidi bobbidi boo. Kill switch is off. Set these aside, put these bars aside. I'm just gonna move them over here. Like that. Alright. Now is the fun part. We gotta get these triple clamps off. So. Alright guys, I found my wide mouth crescent wrench. We'll go ahead and use that. I'll have to get a socket later, but we'll go ahead and break this loose. Okay. Got it broke loose. Oh, there goes our washer. It's okay, I got it. Alright. Go ahead and set this aside. organize our stuff a little bit later. And I'll need to knock that loose. Let me get a punch. Punch this guy loose. Okay, should be loose enough to do it by hand. Move our stuff out of the way. Stinky bearings. I did replace these bearings like quite a few years ago when I got the frame powder coated, but it's been a while. Let me get a mallet. There we go. All right. Ta-da! She's out and about. I'll go ahead and take this top bearing, set it right there. Put these guys back together real quick. Out with the old, and we'll be in with the new eventually. Alright guys, like always, like, subscribe, comment, share it. You guys have been great to me these past couple weeks, all the nice comments I've gotten about my builds. This is going to be the end of part 2 for the S fork conversion swap on the O2 YZ250. Once I get some more parts in, we'll go ahead and do some more videos. But yeah, we'll just go from there, guys. Like always, I appreciate you guys, so you guys take care. I'm lost.